Russia invaded Ukraine in the early hours of February the 24th. Missiles targeted air bases and military facilities as troops and tanks streamed in from the north, the east and the south. Millions of Ukrainian families fled west, running for buses north, queuing at borders, with tearful goodbyes to men of fighting age.
World now sees the face of Putin.
Outraged but energized by Russia's failure to seize their capital and capture their president.
I'm here. We won't lay down arms. We will defend our country.
In the wake of Russia's humiliation in Kyiv, hundreds of civilians were massacred in the nearby town of Bucha. In the south, intense fighting raged in the port town of Mariupol. Later in spring came a recalibration of sorts from Vladimir Putin, a focused offensive in the east, with Donetsk and Luhansk in his sights. A Russian strike hit a train station in Kramatorsk, killing 50 civilians. The Azovstal steel mill, the last remaining Ukrainian stronghold in Mariupol, was taken after a 3-month-long siege. But the Moskva missile cruiser, the flagship of Putin's Black Sea fleet, was sunk by Ukrainian missiles. Summer saw Russian forces advance in the east, with Ukrainian troops withdrawing from the last big city of Luhansk. The energy crisis the war had caused worsened as Russia cut off the Nord Stream pipeline. Global food security was under threat too, until a deal was reached to unblock grain supplies stuck in Ukraine's Black Sea ports. As the weather grew cooler and autumn arrived, Ukrainian forces gained ground. Their counter-offensive in Kharkiv sent the Russians into retreat. The momentum had shifted. Russian soldiers were pulling back from areas they'd held for months. It would be a season of desperation for Putin, who launched a partial mass mobilization, calling up 300,000 new recruits. He annexed 4 regions in the east with sham referendums, without even controlling all that territory. His beloved Crimean bridge was blown up, and Ukrainian soldiers liberated the city of Kherson.
This is the beginning of the end of the war.
But winter has been harsh. Civilians plunged into darkness, battling blackouts. On the front lines, World War I-style trench warfare. The battle for Bakhmut was described as a meat grinder for troops on both sides. And despite Russia's claims civilians aren't being hit, Ukrainians still mourn their dead and the smoking rubble of their homes.